Good morning, Clan Men. It is Monday, and I'm sitting. You can tell where I'm sitting in the kitchen. It's by the window. That's why the light is kind of funny. I know, but it's. I'm just trying to make a point here. I talked about how yesterday it's important. There's your sweet little mama. How it's important. It's helpful to get some sunlight in the early morning hours the best you can. If you can get a walk in, do something. I know that Billy and Bobby, you guys are in that skiff. You're not by a window. I get it. But if there's a way that at some point you can take a break and get to some sunlight, research shows that it helps regulate your circadian rhythm. That's a real thing. That's not pseudoscience. It's real. So getting some sunlight in the morning hours helps. But anyway, that's where I am. I'm seated at this little countertop because I'll bring my Bible in. And this is the Bible you guys gave me last year. And there was a couple things I ran into this morning that I wanted to read to you guys that I wanted you to take to heart in this brief devotion. And it is out of the book of Psalms. And when you get to the end of the book of Psalms, there's 150 Psalms. And many of them are very short chapters. There are several verses, so you can read several Psalms in a single sitting in like 10, 15 minutes. And there's various thoughts, but some of them chain together. And that's what's good about reading a few Psalms at a time when you can, is that it will chain together some thoughts that make a greater thought, a part of the reality that it is to follow the Creator, serve the Creator, and to have the hope that He's active in our lives. And so anyway, so I'm reading in these Psalms this morning, and here's what I read in Psalm 125. It starts off like this. I'm going to read just the first two verses. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people from this time forth and forevermore. So, man, our faith in God makes us in a way immovable. And I mean, as you know, life is hard, life is tough. There's things that come up in all dimensions of living. But trusting in the Lord and having faith in God gives you the stability of an immovable mountain, like Mount Zion. And part of that is that we, in our faith, believe that the Lord surrounds us. He's surrounding us. So that's a great set of thoughts right there. I mean, that is a really helpful set of thoughts right there. Psalm 128, part of the chain that I read this morning, says, "Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. You shall eat the fruit of the labor of your hands. You shall be blessed, and it shall be well with you." So having faith in God is fearing God. To fear God is to have faith in God. You're not afraid of God. You hold him in awe and reverence and worthy of your attention, your devotion, your allegiance, your mental, thinking about him, your intellect, your emotions, your heart, your desires to do the things of God. And to do the things of God requires that we know the things of God. That's why we read the Bible. That's why we read the Gospels. The Gospels are really where we should be centered. And then the epistles, the writings of those apostles. But of course, in the Psalms, you can see the heart of God. You can see the heart of the one who created us, who has desired that we flourish, who wants us to be that immovable Mount Zion. So, blessed, incredibly happy, content, inner peace is the one who fears the Lord. So that's my devotion for you guys this morning. Have faith, trust God, pray to God quietly in your mind, out loud in your mouth as you're driving around. Listen to or read a few Psalms. And by all means, at some point, try to make some time to read some of the red letters. to read some of these red letters, the Gospels, because our goal as an immovable mountain surrounded by God is to aim ourselves at the ideal taught and exemplified by Jesus of Nazareth, the risen, reigning Savior and King. Love you guys. Praying for you. Have an awesome day. Trust that God is at work in your lives, around your lives, and through you, blessing others. Peace.